Now we will study about the peninsular plateau. What is plateau? The another name of plateau is called tableland. Why it is called tableland? Because it looks like a table. How does it form? This plateau is composed of old crystalline, igneous rocks and metamorphic rocks. When it was formed due to the breaking and drifting of the Gondwana land. As we say that plateau region is the oldest land mass, and plateau has broad and shallow valleys. This is the plateau, so broad and shallow valleys, not like this. This is called valley. If it is sharp mountain, so valley also very steep. But if it is plateau region, here we can see that valleys broad and shallow and rounded hills. Why rounded hills? Because earlier this region, it is the oldest region, as I told you. When it was new, at that time definitely the sharp feature was there. Topmost part was sharp like normal mountain. Because of the continuously wind blowing, cyclone, strong wind, because of that the breaking and drifting was possible and the topmost part became rounded in shape. So this is basically the characteristic of peninsular plateau. Now plateau region, it is divided into two parts. One is central highland, one is Deccan plateau. If we consider this is the Indian map, 23.5 degree north. So it is divided into two parts. Central highland, it is Malwa plateau. Malwa plateau starts from here, it comes till here. Together central highland, it is called Malwa plateau. Here we can see Aravalli range and Vindhyas. Aravalli is the old fold mountain. Once it was new, but afterwards it stopped moving, stopped changing its shape, so it is called old fold mountain. Here we can see different kinds of rivers: Chambal, Sindh, Betwa and Ken. These all rivers originate from southwest to northeast. It goes like that. Central highland, it is wider in the west, as I drew. This is the part, and then the eastern part, it is the narrower. The extension here Bundelkhand, and here Baghelkhand is there. Here Bundelkhand, Baghelkhand, and afterwards it is most narrower and it forms Chota Nagpur plateau. This is the extension of Malwa plateau. Here we can see Damodar river. Here Damodar river is there. Okay, so central highland, the northern part, it is the central highland plateau region. Northern part is central highland, southern part is Deccan plateau. Central highland, it consists, another name is Malwa plateau, which consists of Aravalli and Vindhyas range. Here rivers are Chambal, Sindh, Betwa and Ken. These all originate from southwest to northeast. Central highland, it is wider in western side and it is narrower in the eastern side. Here central highland, it is locally, it is this plateau eastern extension. When it is extension, the extension is there at that time. Here it is known as Bundelkhand and here it is Baghelkhand. Then it creates Chota Nagpur plateau, and slowly Chota Nagpur plateau extends where till Damodar river in West Bengal. Now we will talk about the Deccan plateau. It is the triangular landmass. It looks like triangle, so triangular landmass. It lies to the south of Narmada river. This is the Narmada river. South of Narmada river, this plateau, Deccan Plateau, is situated. Deccan Plateau, it is higher in the western side, western part, and slopes gently to the eastern side or eastward. It is visible in the northeast towards the Meghalaya. Here Karbi Anglon Plateau and North Cachar hills are also there. Now this Chotnagpur Plateau, as we are dividing it into two parts, Central Highland and Deccan Plateau, but basically this part it is triangular in shape, this part more in triangular in shape. So Central Highland, it is higher in this side, western side, and slowly it is going where? Here Bundelkhand and Bagelkhand. Then Chotnagpur Plateau is there. So this Deccan Plateau, it is higher in western side, and slowly the slope is there towards eastern side, and it goes till Meghalaya. Till Meghalaya it goes. In between, Chotnagpur Plateau separated, this is the fault, it is called fault. It is separated by a fault from Chotnagpur Plateau. Here three prominent hills we can see, Garo, Khasi and Jayantia. Three hills are there. Now we will study about the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. Western Ghats, it is situated near Arabian Sea, and Eastern Ghats is situated near Bay of Bengal. Western Ghat, it is towards the western edges, and Eastern Ghats towards the eastern edges of Deccan Plateau. Here in Western Ghat, we can see different kinds of ghats. That is the reason it is called ghat. Mountain is there, and in between also passes are there. So these passes are called ghats. Western Ghats are higher than the Eastern Ghats. Eastern Ghats stretch from Mahanadi Valley, which is situated in Orissa. So Mahanadi Valley to the Nilgiris to the south. Eastern Ghats, it is discontinuous, whereas Western Ghats, it is continuous, Sahyadri. But Eastern Ghats, it is discontinuous. That means here Ghats, in between gap, then again Ghats, in between gap, then again Ghats, in between gap. This way, Eastern Ghats. The Western Ghats cause orographic rain by facing the rain-bearing moist. That is the reason maximum water vapor it forms here, and it attacks here, Western Ghat, where first in Kerala, and then slowly it moves upwards. Okay, the highest peak include the Anaimudi and Dodapeta. Mahendragiri is the highest peak of Eastern Ghats. These three names you have to learn nicely. These three are highest peaks. Which are they? Anaimudi, then Dodabeta and Mahendragiri. Here we can see the famous hill station Ooty and Kodaikanal. The most distinctive feature we can say that peninsular plateau, it is black soil, as we know. Maharashtra, Gujarat, this part, it is basically the black soil. It is known as the Deccan Trap. Aravalli hills lie on the western and northwestern margin of the peninsular plateau. These are highly eroded hills. As I told you, eroded means it is like that, round shape. So eroded hills, they extend from Gujarat, this is Gujarat, to Delhi. This is Gujarat to Delhi. It is southwest to northwest direction, southwest to northwest direction. So here we complete the whole physiographic division of India. Now the your work is already, I have sent notes and the assignments that you have to complete write all the question answers in the notebook for your reference, as well as practice map pointing. If you have any doubt, you can ask me personally so that I can clear your doubts.